सुजीत, आज जो अनाउंसमेंट हुई, एक डेप्यूटी सीएम फेस की, एक सीएम फेस की और एक डेप्यूटी सीएम चेयर जिसको खुला रखा गया, कैसे देखते हैं सब?
देखिए, ये तो जाहिर ही था कि मुकेश सहनी लगातार कह रहे थे कि वो डिप्टी सीएम बनेंगे और उनको डिप्टी सीएम का पद चाहिए। आपको याद होगा पिछली बार 2020 में भी वो महागठबंधन में थे और इसी बात से वो नाराज हो गए थे, तो उनको डिप्टी सीएम घोषित नहीं किया गया था और बीच प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से बाहर निकल गए थे। तो इस बार उनको घोषित कर दिया गया है। निश्चित तौर पर एक छोटी पार्टी है वीआईपी और कांग्रेस है साथ में, तो कांग्रेस की तरफ से भी कोई डिप्टी सीएम होगा ऐसा अनुमान पहले से लगाया जा रहा था। आज सीएम फेस की घोषणा हो गई। वैसे तो सब जानते हैं बिहार में कि अगर महागठबंधन सत्ता में आती है तो तेजस्वी यादव ही मुख्यमंत्री होंगे, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं। आज उसकी घोषणा प्रॉपर तरीके से की गई, हालांकि ये इसमें देरी की गई और पता नहीं क्यों कांग्रेस के जो रणनीतिकार हैं या कांग्रेस की वजह से ही इतनी देरी हुई है। शायद सीट शेयरिंग को लेकर कुछ आपस में जो तालमेल का अभाव था जिसकी वजह से ये मामला रुका हुआ था। लेकिन एक सवाल बड़ा मौजू उठाया है तेजस्वी यादव ने कि हमने तो घोषित कर दिया है, अब स्पष्ट रूप से, वैसे तो एनडीए की तरफ से लगातार ये कहा जा रहा है कि नीतीश कुमार के नेतृत्व में ही चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं हम लोग, लेकिन उसके बाद क्या होगा, मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार बनेंगे कि नहीं, इस पर बीजेपी बहुत स्पष्ट नहीं है। तो इसका जवाब उनको देना पड़ेगा। तो ये एक नया माहौल मुझे लगता है कि आज से एक नया मतलब महागठबंधन में इस घोषणा के बाद से एक नई स्फूर्ति और एक नया मतलब संचार हुआ है। अब देखिए इसका कितना प्रभाव पड़ता है, क्योंकि समय काफी कम है। कल परसों से छठ पूजा की शुरुआत हो जाएगी, 4 दिन लोग उसी में व्यस्त रहेंगे। तो देरी से किया गया यह फैसला है महागठबंधन का, लेकिन अब देखिए इसका कितना प्रभाव पड़ता है चुनाव पर, मतदाताओं पर, ये देखना होगा।
Rohit, you know, the fact is, like Sujit ji said, that it's been announced late. Now, what will be the impact of it? Rohit, for someone who knows Bihar way better than most of us, you know, if you look at the winning margin of votes the last time around, which was less than 13,000, and you had 12 seats where friendly fights are being contested on. There are no friendly fights when it comes to an election, especially in Bihar. That 12 is now down to 10 after this press conference. Will there be more sit-outs, and how are you looking at the entire play out?
Well, see, Preeti, Tejashwi Yadav's declaration as the CM face of the Mahagathbandhan today has had some positive impact. A dozen of seats where there were Mahagathbandhan candidates pitted against the Mahagathbandhan candidates, that number has come down because at two constituencies, the candidates of VIP and Congress have withdrawn their nomination. In Varsaliganj, the Congress candidate has withdrawn his nomination against RJD candidate, and in Babu Barhi seat in Madhubani, VIP candidate has withdrawn her nomination against RJD. So it has had some impact, but on the ground still there are 10 seats where the Mahagathbandhan will be fighting against each other, and that is for final because today was the last day for withdrawal of names, and that now time period is also over. So now officially there will be 10 seats in Bihar where Mahagathbandhan will be fighting each other along with the NDA. Back to you.
Rohit, how much is the counter charge, Rohit, sticking where you have now the Mahagathbandhan, multiple players of that, suggesting at least now we've announced the Chief Ministerial face. The Home Minister a short while back has made sure that he's left the CM face for the NDA open.
Well, yes, that's the big question because Union Home Minister Amit Shah, when he was questioned at that event in Patna about who will be the next Chief Minister, when Nitish Kumar be made, and the answer which Amit Shah gave was just explaining the process of how a Chief Minister is elected in the meeting of the legislators. So that has raised big questions on whether BJP had intentions, clear intentions of making Nitish Kumar Chief Minister of not, if at all, and NDA comes to power. So that remains a big question, and that was the point that was raised in today's press conference also of the Mahagathbandhan, where Tejashwi Yadav clearly stated that now I am declared as the CM face. What about the NDA? Why aren't they declaring Nitish Kumar as their CM face? Back to you.
Thank you, Rohit, and thank you, Sujit. I want to bring in Aarti Jairat and Amitabh Tiwari. Amitabh ji, how do you see all the developments that have taken place this morning till late afternoon, where you had 2 pullouts of friendly fights?
Yeah, I think it's now 3. I think Pranpur Congress candidate also has withdrawn, it seems. So you guys will have to check locally. See, any announcement or decision has positives and negatives. So the positives clearly for the Mahagathbandhan with the announcement of Tejashwi Yadav as the chief ministerial face is that it energizes the cadre of RJD. Now RJD is the single largest party in Bihar as well as the largest party of the alliance. It also will mostly consolidate the core vote block of the RJD and the Mahagathbandhan, which is called as the MY vote block. Since 15% people in the VoteWipe survey, our survey, said that they are going to vote on the chief ministerial face, so now Mahagathbandhan has a face. So for them, they see a face now, which was not evident earlier, or which was there was some level of confusion. It also gives clarity to the campaign. And now, since young voters are 18 to 29 age group are around 1/4 of the population, so Tejaswi is fairly young and he also has some decent level of popularity among the youth. So now you have a fresh face versus a fatigue face is what the Mahagathbandhan strategy or objective is. The weaknesses or the cons of this decision is that it is likely to lead to more polarization in Bihar, because since no deputy CM from the Muslim community has been announced, Tejaswi represents the MY face. So the election might move to Hindu-Muslim, especially in North Bihar where the minority population is high, which could be counterproductive. There could also be a counter consolidation of upper caste and non-Yadav OBCs, because ultimately ये वर्चस्व की लड़ाई है फॉरवर्ड और बैकवर्ड क्लास की बिहार में. तीसरा कि corruption and dynasty politics. These two favorites of, let's say, NDA or the BJP, now they will start raising questions around these when they attack Tejaswi. So these are likely the pros and cons, and we will have to see which plays out in a larger proportion. The announcement of, I mean, if you want to discuss the DCM, we can discuss now, or if you want to discuss it later.
No, you can quickly give your point of view on that, Amitabh Tiwari ji.
So on the deputy CM positions, now clearly again the pros and cons it has. Pros is that, I mean, he is a face from the EBC community, and the Hindu EBC community is 26%, and he would help the Mahagathbandhan to expand the vote bank beyond MY. However, he is not the undisputed leader of the EBCs. He represents only 2.6% of the EBC population. But by not naming a Dalit deputy CM, which was expected, and a deputy CM from the Muslim community, it could help parties like OIC, who have been talking about
find a foothold
or a low representation, secular parties like RJD, that they take votes in our name, but they are not willing to give representation.
Aarti Jairat, how do you look at developments, ma'am?
Slightly differently from Amitabh Tiwari. I think, yes, very much the announcement of Tejashwi Yadav as the CM face is going to consolidate the MGB, which seemed to be in disarray because of the friction over seat sharing. And, this will definitely energize the RJD, cadre. I think the announcement of Mukesh Sahni as the deputy CM face is a very critical move it's a very crucial move by the MGB, because it is an attempt to reach out beyond the traditional MY vote base of the RJD to other communities that actually were part of Nitish Kumar's vote bank, but that Nitish Kumar's vote banks may be splintering this time, largely because of questions about his health and his future, and the NDA's refusal to endorse him, endorse him officially as their CM face. So I think this is a very crucial move by the MGB because, yes, although he represents a very small section of the EBC, but it is a signal from the MGB that we are not just MY, but we also want EBCs. We are being more inclusive this time. We want to include, EBCs in our alliance. And I think that's a very crucial signal that goes out against the background of what is happening on the other side in the NDA, vis-a-vis Nitish Kumar.
All right, I appreciate both of you for joining us. Thank you there. The next 2 weeks will only get that much more interesting, where we are following the Bihar elections, the MGB finally coming up with their press conference announcing a chief ministerial phase, and now they're going to train their guns on the NDA and suggest that they still haven't announced a chief ministerial phase.